Dear all, this is a different kind of video, more like a game I imagined this weekend, and I'm going to present some funny pictures, and the general theme of this slideshow is easily confused words. But before, I have a funny reflection which says the like button on Facebook should say, I read this, but I don't care enough to comment. Be happy I'm paying attention to you at all. So I am really happy you're paying attention to me, and I would really appreciate if you comment or like this video or any other video that I have posted, but please refrain from negative comments. The second image and the one that I am going to talk about is the difference between the words bare, which may be an adjective that is naked, describes a person or a part of a body which is not covered. Of course, this word can also be a verb, to bare, that is to uncover or to disclose, and the adjective and the noun, the noun bare, which is an animal that lives in the forest. There is another important word which I want to stress, namely the verb bear, also B-E-A-R, which refers to the verb to carry something heavy, like a load, and it may also mean to tolerate. So there is an expression, bear with me, which means have patience with me, which is what I'm telling you, bear with me. The third image shows the difference between fun and funny. And we have fun, which is an adjective or a noun, and it means when you have a good time, when you enjoy yourself. An amusement park, for instance, is fun because you enjoy yourself and you have a great time there. The roller coaster ride was fun, for instance. And funny, which is only an adjective and describes a situation or a person that makes you laugh. A comedian is funny because he or she will make you laugh. He will tell jokes and he will make you laugh. Her jokes, for instance, are very funny. People laugh. The next picture refers to a very interesting observation. If you can't talk to me when you're busy, don't expect me to talk to you when you're bored. Which means that if you cannot find time to talk to me, even though you are busy, then when you are bored, I will not be interested. I may not be interested to talk to you. I hope I'm not boring you, but just in case, let's move on to the next picture. And it is a distinction between flue, which is the past tense of the verb to fly, flew, flown, which is what birds do in the air, and flue, which is a disease, flu or influenza, which is an infectious viral disease with fever, and it is because of a horrible type of such a flu, far more contagious and deadly than the one we have known so far, and thus it is because of this disease that we have to stay locked inside. Also, flue is a tube or a channel for smoke or waste gases produced by a fire. So we can say no smoke rises up the chimney because the flue is blocked. So if the flue is clean, then the air and the smoke gets out through the chimney. In other words, we must clean the flue and we must keep it clean in order for the smoke to rise or to get out through the chimney. Another interesting difference is between the words historic, which means something, which describes something very important, and historical, which simply describes something that belongs to an earlier period of history. To be more specific, a historic event is important, is memorable, enduring, whereas a historical event is simply one that occurs some time ago. A historical study concerns history. A historic one makes history. Another distinction is between four homophones. Homophone is actually homophones are words which have the same pronunciation but different meanings or spellings. So we have here the word right, written with the first spelling, which means correct or accurate, but it can also mean a direction, that is not left but right. Take it to the right, not to the left. The second word is rite, and it has a different spelling and means ritual or ceremony. We can see in this picture a wedding. The third word is a bit archaic, and we do not hear it very often because it is old, and it means a maker or a builder. It is used in the northern part of Ireland, in the northern part of England or in Scotland, and it may refer to a carpenter. The last meaning of the word write is the one that we use very often, and it means to put something down on a paper, to inscribe some words. I honestly hope you are not bored, but just in case, I'm telling you, do not eat when you are bored. In other words, you're not hungry, you're bored. Learn the difference and put down the fork. Sincerely, your junk in the trunk. In other words, the garbage in the bin. Don't eat too much. Do not eat all the chocolate and all the sweets which you might like. It is very hard for me to stay away from sweet things too. But it is not good for our health. So instead, let's have a look at the next picture, which presents the last homophones, namely to pray, that is to say a few words to God, asking for help, for instance, and to prey, which means to hunt or to kill. Of course, you may know the noun better. A prey is an animal that is hunted or killed by another animal for food. Now, I'm going to change the tone and present the last picture, which is optimistic, and it says that every cloud has a silver lining, which is a saying or a proverb, and it means that every difficult or sad situation has a comforting or more hopeful aspect, even though this may not be immediately visible. It is for us to find the silver lining around every cloud and to try to focus on this silver lining, that is, to find and focus on the positive aspect of a very uncomfortable situation like ours, for instance. So, be brave, don't get bored, get busy, and work smart and hard. Thank you.